Welcome to Echeta Podcast, your everyday and everything podcast. Today, we're diving into a gripping story of courage, danger, and the fight for public health in Nigeria, specifically focusing on NAFDAC's battle against counterfeit drugs.
Wow, that sounds intense. I'm eager to hear more. It's not something you hear about every day, this level of risk involved in regulating pharmaceuticals.
Exactly. It's like something out of a movie almost. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Adeyeye, is basically living under constant threat, with police protection around the clock. She and her staff are facing death threats and even kidnapping attempts, all because they're trying to stop these deadly fake drugs from reaching the public.
That's terrifying. Can you imagine living like that? It makes you realize the real dangers some people face just doing their jobs. So what kind of scale are we talking about here? How big is this counterfeit drug problem?
Massive. NAFDAC recently seized over 1 trillion naira. That's like a mind-boggling amount worth of expired, banned, and fake drugs. We're talking 87 truckloads of these dangerous products, including, get this, antiretroviral drugs donated by USAID and UNFPA. It's sickening to think someone would profit from something so vital.
Oh my goodness, antiretrovirals? That's horrific. It's not just some random medication. Those are life-saving drugs for people living with HIV. It's beyond unethical.
Precisely. And it just highlights how widespread this problem is. They also confiscated counterfeit condoms, male and female, putting even more people at risk. They targeted huge open drug markets in Aba, Onitsha, and Lagos. Imagine the scope of the impact these seizures have had.
I see. These criminals are playing with people's lives, literally. What's being done about those responsible?
Well, Professor Adeyeye is calling for the death penalty for those involved in making and selling these fake drugs. She's drawing parallels to the late Professor Dora Akunyili, who also faced immense threats during her time leading NAFDAC. Akunyili's own sister died because of counterfeit insulin, so this fight is deeply personal for many involved.
It's a legacy of courage, isn't it? Taking on such a dangerous fight, knowing the risks. Professor Adeyeye even mentioned a staff member's child being kidnapped. It's hard to fathom.
Yeah. It underscores the gravity of the situation. She can't even live a normal life, always needing police protection. She said herself, "I don't have a normal life. I can't go anywhere without police escorts. That's not how I want to live. But I have no choice. We must save our country."
It really makes you think about the sacrifices people make for the greater good. What are your thoughts about the death penalty being proposed, though? I know it's a complex issue.
I understand the sentiment, given the immense harm caused, and it's a debate that needs to happen. However, it's crucial to consider all sides of the argument, ensuring a just and balanced legal system.
Absolutely. So what's the future looking like for NAFDAC and this battle against counterfeit drugs?
Well, NAFDAC seems determined to ramp up its efforts nationwide, and hopefully, with greater government support and stricter laws, they can make a real difference in protecting people's health. It's not just about seizing drugs, it's about restoring trust in the pharmaceutical industry. Quote,
I agree. How does this relate to our daily lives, though? It feels like a distant issue sometimes.
It's closer than you think. Every time we take medication, we're trusting that it's safe and effective. This fight directly impacts our access to genuine, life-saving drugs. We all have a role to play in being informed consumers and supporting initiatives that protect public health.
That's a great point. I never really thought about it that way. It really brings it home.
What are your thoughts on this story and its connection to your life? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, you can listen to Echeta Podcast on the web, Apple App Store, and Google Play Store. Until next time, stay safe, everyone.
Bye-bye.